Welcome to Ace My Exams Learning. Let us get started with today's learning.
The diagram below shows one of the phyla you studied. Question: identify the kingdom to which the above organism belongs. The organism belongs to the kingdom fungi. Members of the fungi kingdom are eukaryotic organisms that function primarily as decomposers in ecosystems. Fungi obtain nutrients through extracellular digestion, releasing enzymes to break down organic matter before absorbing the nutrients. They typically grow as thread-like structures called hyphae, which interconnect to form a network known as mycelium. This characteristic makes fungi effective in decomposing organic material and recycling nutrients in ecosystems. Question: give the letter and name of the part that A. anchors the fungus to the substrate. The correct answer is D. Rhizoids. Rhizoids are root-like structures that anchor the fungus to its substrate, helping it stay in place. They also assist in the absorption of nutrients from decomposing organic matter. These structures are crucial for fungi like molds, which rely on rhizoids to attach to surfaces and gather nutrients. B. provides a branched horizontal covering on the substrate. The correct answer is C. Stolon. Stolons are horizontal hyphae that spread across the surface of the substrate. They help the fungus expand and colonize new areas. This horizontal growth is important for the fungus, as it allows it to cover more ground and find more resources, contributing to the spread of the mycelium network. C. produces mature spores. The correct answer is A. Sporangium. The sporangium is a structure responsible for producing and releasing spores in certain types of fungi, such as those in the Zygomycota group. These spores allow the fungus to reproduce and spread. While other fungi may produce spores in different structures, such as Conidia in Ascomycota or Basidia in Basidiomycota, the sporangium is specific to some fungi, particularly those that reproduce via spore formation in this structure. The diagram below represents a flower. Question: name the agent of pollination for the above flower. The agent of pollination for this flower is wind. Wind-pollinated flowers rely on air currents to carry pollen from one flower to another. Unlike flowers pollinated by insects, birds, or other animals, wind-pollinated flowers do not attract pollinators with bright colors, nectar, or scent. Instead, they produce large amounts of lightweight pollen, which is easily carried by the wind, to increase the chances of successful pollination. Question: list the characteristics of the flower that make it adapted for the agent mentioned in the question above. 1. Wind-pollinated flowers produce light, smooth, and dry pollen grains, which makes it easier for the wind to carry them over long distances. Since wind pollination is a random process, these flowers produce large amounts of pollen to increase the chances of successful fertilization. The lightweight and dry nature of the pollen prevents it from clumping together, allowing it to be dispersed more efficiently by air currents. 2. Wind-pollinated flowers have a large, feathery, and sticky stigma, which is specially adapted to capture airborne pollen. The feathery structure provides a greater surface area, making it more effective in trapping pollen grains as they pass through the air. Additionally, the sticky surface helps the pollen adhere to the stigma, ensuring that fertilization can take place once the pollen reaches the flower. 3. Wind-pollinated flowers have loosely attached and flexible anthers, which allow them to move freely with the slightest breeze. This movement helps release large amounts of pollen into the air, increasing the chances that some of it will reach other flowers of the same species. By being positioned outside the flower, the anthers are exposed to the wind, making pollen dispersal more effective. Question: name the advantage of asexual reproduction in plants. 1. One major advantage of asexual reproduction in plants is the ability to produce offspring rapidly. This allows plants to multiply quickly, especially when conditions such as water, nutrients, and sunlight are favorable. By reproducing at a fast rate, plants can spread efficiently and dominate their environment, increasing their chances of survival. 2. Another key benefit of asexual reproduction in plants is that the offspring are genetically identical to the parent. Since there is no genetic variation, all new plants inherit the same traits as the parent. If the parent is well adapted to its surroundings, the offspring will also thrive under the same environmental conditions, ensuring the species' continued success. 3. Asexual reproduction in plants also offers the advantage of a faster reproduction cycle. Unlike sexual reproduction, which requires pollination, fertilization, and seed development, asexual reproduction eliminates these steps. This means new plants can grow directly from the parent, allowing for quicker expansion of the population. 4. Additionally, asexual reproduction in plants does not depend on external factors like pollinators or seed dispersal. In environments where pollinators such as bees, birds, or the wind are limited, sexual reproduction may not be reliable. Asexual reproduction ensures that plants can continue to reproduce successfully without relying on outside agents, making it an effective strategy for survival in challenging or isolated environments. Question: explain why seedless vascular plants are able to grow taller than non-vascular plants. 1. Seedless vascular plants can grow taller than non-vascular plants because they possess xylem and phloem. These specialized vascular tissues transport water, minerals, and nutrients throughout the plant. With an efficient internal transport system, seedless vascular plants, such as ferns, can support larger structures and grow much taller than non-vascular plants, which lack these tissues. 2. The presence of xylem allows seedless vascular plants to transport water and minerals from the roots to the rest of the plant. Xylem plays a crucial role in maintaining hydration and providing structural support. This upward movement of water ensures that taller plants can receive the moisture they need to survive. In contrast, non-vascular plants rely on simple diffusion, which limits their ability to transport water over long distances, restricting their height. 3. Phloem enables the distribution of nutrients and sugars throughout the plant, supporting its growth. Phloem carries sugars produced during photosynthesis from the leaves to other parts of the plant, ensuring that all tissues receive the necessary energy for development. Without this efficient distribution system, plants would struggle to grow beyond a certain height. Non-vascular plants lack phloem, making it difficult for them to sustain larger structures. 4. The internal transport system in seedless vascular plants allows them to grow taller and stronger compared to non-vascular plants. Non-vascular plants, such as mosses and liverworts, rely on direct absorption and diffusion of water and nutrients, which limits their size. In contrast, vascular plants have evolved xylem and phloem, enabling them to grow upright, reach sunlight more effectively, and spread over larger areas. Question: give the adaptations of angiosperms that help them survive on land. 1. One adaptation that helps angiosperms survive on land is the presence of a waxy cuticle on their leaves. This cuticle acts as a protective layer that prevents excessive water loss due to evaporation. Since water can be scarce on land, this adaptation allows angiosperms to conserve moisture and survive in drier environments. 2. Another key adaptation of angiosperms is the presence of true roots, stems, and leaves. Roots anchor the plant in the soil and absorb water and nutrients, while stems provide support and transport materials throughout the plant. Leaves carry out photosynthesis, converting sunlight into energy for growth. These structures enable angiosperms to efficiently obtain resources and thrive in terrestrial habitats. 3. The enclosed embryo within a seed provides protection and enhances survival on land. Seeds shield the developing embryo from harsh environmental conditions such as drought, extreme temperatures, and predators. The protective seed coat prevents the embryo from drying out before germination, increasing the chances of successful reproduction in land-based ecosystems. 4. Angiosperms also have vascular tissues, xylem and phloem, that support their survival and growth. Xylem transports water and minerals from the roots to other parts of the plant, while phloem distributes sugars and nutrients where needed. This vascular system allows angiosperms to grow tall, transport essential resources efficiently, and adapt to various terrestrial environments.
To access more learning and exam preparation materials, go to www.acemyexams.coza. This link is also in the video description below. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and be the first to know when we upload new videos.